Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Cowboys. My 5 biggest questions going into the training camp and the preseason. Here we go, cop mode. We're in business, baby. We're in business, all right? So let's have some fun today. Like I said, we're going to talk about the 5 biggest questions. I have my list here. I thought this out very much. And this is in no particular order, but I do, believe that any one of these could be your number one issue, all right? So not in any particular order, let's get right into it. My first biggest question going into the season is Byron Jones. All right, Byron Jones had a pretty good season, his best season last year. We moved him to cornerback. Chris Richard, turned his career around, you could say, and he played very well. Very good cover corner, blanketed some guys, but towards the end of the season, we don't know if maybe the hip was flaring up or what happened when he started getting beat. And that kind of thing. So the question mark there with Byron Jones is, how is that hip? He had hip surgery. Hip surgery for a cornerback is very big because you need those hips. He needs to stay fluid and be able to, move up the field. All right. So that is a demanding position there for press coverage. Press and move up the field to, turn your hips. So how is he going to look? Word is that he's going to start, the training camp on PUP, on PUP. So he's not going to do anything in training camp. Preseason, who knows? If that's the case, is it, would you feel comfortable putting him out there all rusty and things like that? So that's a big question mark for me. If he's good to go, fully healed and everything, and back to how he looked in, 2018, that's going to be good for us. But if not, it's going to open up an opportunity for one of these younger cornerbacks, whether, whoever it is. Is it Jordan Lewis? Is it Anthony Brown? Do they flip players around? Is it Michael Jackson? Is it one of these unsung heroes? All right, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Byron Jones. My next biggest question, Travis Frederick. All right, so he's coming back from, recovery and surgery. All right, some people forget that he did have surgery. So how will he look? There will be rest for him, because he didn't play at all last year. Get that NFL strength back. The training camp is going to be big for Travis Frederick, and I'm hoping that he'll be back to, mauling people, throwing them on the ground like we're used to seeing him do. All right, I don't want to see him getting beat on a consistent basis, because we kind of saw that in training camp and started raising questions. And then that's when we found the bad news on Frederick. So that's a big one. If we get Frederick back, the offensive line will be back. If we don't have him back, Looney, good job, but he's not a Travis Frederick. All right, that is huge. That is huge. So I'll be watching that. The next one, Kellen Moore. That's the next biggest question. Everything we've talked about this offseason, the offensive mind, the genius, and all this other thing. There's a lot of unproven accolades that have been thrown his way. Can he handle that pressure? All right, because there's, like I said, everything on paper is getting all this positivity thrown his way, and that sort of thing. So we're hoping that this will, in fact, be what it is. Open up the playbook. Don't be so predictable. But most importantly, get this team into the end zone. All right. I don't want to get to the 20-yard line and think, here we go with Maher. Is Maher going to make this kick? I don't want to rely on kickers this year or anymore. All right, we have too many weapons. We have too many good players on offense where we shouldn't be consistently ending drives on field goals. Let's finish drives. Hopefully Kellen Moore can get that done, but that is a big question. We got to see it. Show us something in the preseason, all right? Show us something. Show us some different formations. Show us a double set with Zeke and Pollard out there on the field. Half back, put a tight end back there in motion. Let's see some more motion. All right. We didn't see any of that under Linehan. It was just, you came out, you set your position, and then you ran the play. Let's see what the Cowboys can do here with Kellen Moore. That's a big question. My 4th biggest question, Ezekiel Elliott. All right. Will he hold out? Will he not? Will he go through training camp and then hold out the preseason? Where's the pressure there? Are the Cowboys going to make an effort, to get the talks going? I think if they get the talks going, at least preliminary discussions, I think we'll be fine, and Zeke will be good with that. If they shove him to the side and don't give him that star type of treatment, and the day and age that we live in, some of these people, they need a little bit of that. All right, and I'm not saying that Zeke needs that, but some of these players do need that. All right, some of these players do need a little rubbing of the chest, patting on the back, that kind of thing. I'm not saying Zeke's that kind of player, but the day and age that we live in, that is becoming more prevalent with some of these other players. All right, so that is a big question mark. You got to have Ezekiel. The Cowboys don't make the playoffs without Ezekiel Elliott. Plain and simple. You do not make the playoffs without Ezekiel Elliott. All right. I get very irritated when I see that you can replace him and this and that, and yeah, you can do that, but you're not getting the quality play that you can with him. All right. And my fifth and final question mark is the defensive line. All right. That was the harbinger for the end of the season was that defensive line. That was a harbinger. So, we got shredded there, and credit to the Rams for scheming against the defense. But still, they're too soft in the middle. And I really said that throughout the whole season. I can proudly say that, that was something that I said all season. We were too soft in the middle. And as good as we were, it got exposed. The best offensive minds or offensive coordinators, they're going to attack your weakness. They're going to exploit it until you fix it. And the Cowboys didn't have an answer. Antoine Woods got hurt. He played hurt. Admirable, performance by him, but he played hurt. And the other guys, nobody else really stepped up. Put a lot of pressure on our linebackers. They're getting blocked out. They're getting washed out. They couldn't make plays. The defensive line is a big question mark because we have DeMarcus Lawrence. He's coming back from injury. How will that surgery look? Will he be rusty? Will he be good to go? We need him to come out ferocious right out the bat. I don't want to see a slow start. We need to stack wins early and consistently. None of this win one, lose one bullshit. All right, because that has been a trademark under Jason Garrett, has been win one, lose one. We went through that phase last season, win one, lose one, and so irritating. That's not championship football. That is not a team that is ready to make a run for the playoffs. So defensive line, really big. Do we get Gregory back? You want to go into this season as if you don't. So that means, Quinn, Robert Quinn, will the back hold up? That's a question. Tyron Crawford, he made a deal there to get the charges dropped. But will he still face the wrath of Commissioner Goodell and the henchmen? We'll have to see on that. But hopefully he won't lose any time. But if we do, all of a sudden we're very thin there at defensive end. So, it'll be interesting to see who steps up, how many they carry here during training camp. Does Jalen Jelks sneak onto the roster? Is he worthy enough to play at that level? Daniel Wise, my pet cat, at defensive tackle, does he get on here? You got to shore up that middle of that defense. So let's see what they do, guys. But those are my 5 biggest questions going into this. Byron Jones, health. Travis Frederick, health. Kellen Moore, is he the real deal or is this fake? All right. Ezekiel Elliott, will we have him? You got to have him for the playoffs. You don't make the playoffs without him. And then the defensive line. All right. I think the defensive line will get more attention in the upcoming drafts, all right, because you still need players. You don't know what you're gonna do with Robert Quinn. Tyron Crawford's ending the end of his contract. You gotta keep churning these guys in and out. So defensive line, starting up on those guys. I will have a draft video here coming up soon, looking at some guys that we might take a look at. Excuse me. All right, a lot of talking, a lot of good conversation with you guys. Hit the like button here, guys. Hit the like button. Show this video some love. If you're lurking or if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Show some love here. I'm very consistent on the videos here. And I love the conversation, the comments you guys put out there talking about this team that we love. The star right here. All right. Dallas. Best team in NFL. Best fans. That's it. We just are. We have the best fan base in the league. And people love to hate us. All right. So bring it. Bring it on, baby. But that's all, guys. I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.